Guys, we are back for another Dokkan battle video. I wanted to do a quick video just going over, I guess kind of like a second video almost talking about, the two new LRs that are coming. So we have the LR Super Saiyan Goku and Super Saiyan Vegeta, and then we have the LR Metal Cooler. These two LRs are incredibly powerful. Now, for sure, I feel like both of the Part 1 LRs do feel stronger, right? The Revive Goku does feel stronger, and then LR Final Form Cooler also feels stronger than these two right here, right? I got the second. This is their transformation. Again, it is weird, but remember, they are a transformation character. It is essentially like a costume change that they're doing, but the game is counting it as an actual transformation. Like, these two will link together, right, is what this means. Because you could tell this button right here, this is the transformation button. When it's a costume change, it's the little circle, right? So, like, Videl, after she costume changes, does not link with her pre-costume change. These two will link the same way LR Krillin and Gohan do, right? So, you know, we've got these two sort of like new LRs right here, right? I've seen a lot of people say that they're mid, they're not really too impressive. Now, remember, one thing about these characters is that they are significant buffs to these teams right here, right? You know, it's like, so this character right here, right? Let's just talk about this Goku and Vegeta right at the start. If we take a look at their kit in here, I actually just got to pull up the image separately right here. If we take a look at their kit right here, so, you know, they're getting their good stats at the start of turn, 20% damage reduction, and then they get another 20% damage reduction for the first 3 turns, which is good, sort of until you can reach their transformation requirements, right? This is actually pretty good, because imagine a scenario where this unit is in slot 2, and then this unit is in slot 1, right? You know, we have these two characters next to each other, like, they're a perfect sort of partnership. They are on several teams similar too, right? They're on what? Full Power, Pure Saiyans, Super Saiyans, Powerful Comeback, right? Movie Heroes. These characters have got a lot of similar teams that they're on. So they are going to be very, 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 very good together. Now, this unit right here, a little bit of what their kit reminds me of. I mean, a bit. There's other units that they're similar to and blah, 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 blah. But this 20% damage reduction that they have, it is 40% for their first 4 turns. But I know it doesn't seem like a lot. And if we're talking about some old-ass character that's not going to have hundreds of thousands, you know, 300k, 400k, 500k plus defense, you know, one of them old-ass characters with damage reduction still gets destroyed, right? It doesn't matter. But a character like this, that's going to, you know, Rainbow, Link level 10, they've got their 400k, 500k plus defense. They're going to be able to eat big-time damaging attacks from these bosses. I have found this character right here is really, really able to eat big-time attacks from these red zone bosses. And Fusion Zamasu, it's the same thing right here, right? Where this guy's got the 20% damage reduction at the start of turn, right? Along with him, you know, getting a lot of defense from his 12 and 18 key, but it's the same thing with Goku and Vegeta right here, right? Where they're going to get a lot of defense, sort of by, you know, super attacking right there. But I feel like Goku and Vegeta are being underrated defensively by people. They're just not slot 1. Now, yes, slot 1 does matter, but most people agree this Cooler is really good. I am seeing people even put Cooler as number 1. I love Cooler. No way in hell am I putting him above Vegeta and Trunks, though, right? It's like, you don't have to necessarily be a slot 1 unit to be the best unit in the game, right? Or to be more valuable. I was going to say, or to be more valuable than other characters, but no, I mean, if you're a slot 1 character, that does just automatically make you more valuable, right? Because that is such a difficult spot to maintain. Cooler is good, though, in that he is not a glass cannon, right? I mean, well, provided you're able to build up his passive, which is not tough. But then you get a little bit of good RNG with his 12 key super attacks. Cooler can get crunched if you have bad RNG, or he could be a defensive god if you get good RNG, right? But it's just all RNG with this, right? Vegeta and Trunks, you put them in slot 1 and they are completely dominant. But this guy, everyone still loves this guy, or at least most people, even though he is not a slot 1 god. And the thing is that neither of these LRs here, Metal Cooler or the Goku and Vegeta, is like a slot 1 character. Now, Metal Cooler, I think, is actually quite a bit different. Like, this is an interesting design because the entire thing about Metal Cooler is this right here. He revives, right? This is a revive character. He revives with full HP when the character is KO'd. So, Metal Cooler, the entire fight, will have the revive active. If he specifically dies at any point, it's essentially PyCon's Ghost Usher, the Tech Android's Ghost Usher, right? Like, Metal Cooler, this unconditional revive, like, this guy is going to be, like, a great EZA character. That might seem weird to say, but, like, you could potentially take this guy into any EZA, and he'll die in one hit, but you just revive. He saves you a turn, right? Like, again, if I see there is a lot of players that enjoy, going super far in EZAs. Before link leveling, I was always doing that too, right? Trying to push myself, see how far I could get in each EZA, but I've been more focusing on link leveling since that has become a thing rather than go, super far in these EZAs, right? A lot of players love using the tech androids because the tech androids, turn 1, you could Ghost Usher with them. Boom. In EZA events, that saves you a lot. Metal Cooler essentially is going to be doing that same thing, right? This is a character that virtually any turn, he dies, but you're completely reset. So it's interesting. You're going to be able to do some stuff with this character that's going to be very interesting, right? Again, the fact that he will always, provided he does. I mean, if he eats 3 normal attacks for 200k apiece, but then doesn't die, and then the next character dies, yeah, oh well. But, I mean, I would think about last year, Vegeta and Goku, right? I saw their details, and regardless of how the unit performs or anything like that, I was concerned that a time would come where you could get cucked. Like, remember, Vegeta loses his defense when his HP is really low, and I figured you'd, potentially not have that defense, but then you wouldn't even be able to fully die, and then, you're going into the next turn with, like, 1 HP, right? Completely cucked. You didn't get the revive. And I found that to never happen. I've never really had a situation where it's like I've had a chance to proc, like, the exchange Vegeta, like, his revive, and I've never failed to get that done, right? And then the LR Future Gohan and Trunks came out as well. And I remember, like, thinking the same thing, like, oof, there's going to be times where you're not going to get that revive off. Future Gohan will eat 200k normal, but then he lives, and then you die. I have had that happen one time in a Super Battle Road run with the Future Gohan and Trunks, but that's it. So it's like, I don't even feel like it's such a bad condition. Like, that is very interesting. Just like anytime this guy dies ever, you're reviving. He can only do it once. I mean, could you imagine if he just always could do it? I mean, he would be the best character in the game by far if you could do it always, because you just run him without a leader skill and he dies and you get a full reset because you fully revive. Like, no other revive character is giving you full HP, are they? Like, Roshi gives you like 50% revive. The Carnival LR Goku, he's giving you 59%. What does UI and Evolution Blue give you? I think, like Roshi is like around like 50%-ish. Is it 70 that UI and Evolution Blue give you? Yeah, 70% HP recovered. Right, so Metal Cooler just giving you full health back, dude, is really crazy. Wait. There's one thing I just realized. He's not on Powerful Comeback, is he? No, he is. Okay, good. He is on Powerful Comeback. Nice. Okay. Yeah, so every character that has a revive will end up on Powerful Comeback. So that means, Metal Cooler is the second villain character to end up on Powerful Comeback after the Vegeta and Goku exchange unit. But I did just basically want to make this video to clarify to you guys that these units are busted. I mean, I would say they're not really as strong as the Part 1 characters, but I think that's more so because they're designed to be used, actually, with the Part 1 characters, right? Like, this Goku and Vegeta, you look at their godlike link set. Look at this. They have, like, the best link set in the game. Golden Warrior, Super Saiyan, Prepare for Battle, Shocking Speed, Saiyan, Lineage, Fierce Battle, Legendary Power. I mean, they got 4 key links, dude. Like, you're going to be able to rock them in many teams. And this is a character that's going to work great in slot 2, slot 3, right? I think these units are very powerful. It's just, you know, I mean, I am guilty of helping to push this narrative in the community a lot of, like, you know, defense matters, slot 1 matters. Like, yeah, like I'm the main culprit, like, pushing people into that mentality. But, you know, that is true, but these characters are not frauds, right? This Metal Cooler and this Goku and Vegeta, right? Like, the data download's going to happen, people are going to see showcases, and then they're going to be two-hand slurping these units cocks, man. Like, these characters are definitely going to be good. The other thing, too, is that I definitely do see a concern, right, with how the characters would potentially age. Now, I think we will probably see explosive power creep like the 7th anniversary again in the future, but I don't think 8th anniversary is not going to be the same thing as the 7th anniversary in terms of power creep. The reason I don't think so, too, is because, remember, dude, I've been saying this all year, and all this shit I've said has turned out to be 100% correct with red zone and all this stuff, right? So I'm not just talking out of my ass. I've been saying this for the entire damn year, and it's all been true. They spent 5 years in the same meta. 5 years. 2017 to the start of 2022, 150% leader skills, 170% leader skills. 2022 so far has been a reset year, right? They pushed the meta forward to these 200% leader skills, and they're sort of rebalancing things around stuff, right? Like, don't expect the jump from, you know, worldwide last year to 7th anniversary, which was massive beyond belief in terms of scale of, like, the enemies and what, you know, your unit's capabilities could do. I don't think that's going to happen again. I'm sure the 8th anniversary will be a leap, but it's not going to be the 7th anniversary leap, right? I don't think we're not going to be sitting there, you know, in these events, you know, during the 8th anniversary, and it's like, oh my god, like, Revive Carnival Goku's a fraud, right? Like, Metal Cooler is a bitch getting, like, destroyed. Like, I don't think so. I think these characters will be good, right? Cooler will be able to do a lot of damage. He's going to be healing like crazy. You have this permanent revive you could play around with. The only thing about Cooler's kit that I hate is this goddamn bullshit. They have given this unarmed nullification to why? I will lose it. Kid Buu, Fusion Zamasu, LR Tech Gogeta, this Metal Cooler, they keep giving these unarmed counters and nullifications. For what reason? I've, like, gotten one of these unarmed, like, counters or nullifications, like, once ever, dude. It was, you know, I've gotten this. I was grinding an EZA. I think it was STR Ultimate Gohan's EZA or something like that. And I you know, that would proc Kid Buu's nullification. That's, like, the only time I've ever done these. I don't know why they do that. Why not just why not just give Cooler a 70% chance to nullify any super attack? Oh my god, it's so OP. I mean, yeah, that would be fine. I mean, that would jump the sky up quite a bit if he could just 70% chance just tank a super, sure. But, I mean, I don't know, sell back supers twice. Broly supers twice. You know, AoE Broly does it AoE, it'd be okay. Like, it wouldn't be too busted. But, for sure, I do think they could have made these two better, the Metal Cooler and the Goku and Vegeta, but I think that these units are crazy, and they're not going to be aged out in 5 seconds, because I think that Dokkan, they sort of are settling us into the power creep, and I think we can tell that they've kind of reached a level that they are comfortable at, because it's like, we had Red Zone Broly and Red Zone Omega. Then they dropped Cell Max, right? And it's like, oh my god. And then, like, they started dropping more Red Zone stages, and it's like, holy shit, are they about to pass Cell Max? But no, like, these new Red Zone stages, right? Metal Cooler and Final Form Frieza, or Final Form Frieza and Final Form Cooler, you know, they're like, I think, under, you know, Red Zone Broly and Red Zone Omega, which came out in February of this year, right? So it's like, that's around the level. And, you know, this Metal Cooler, Goku and Vegeta, they're going to go in there. They're going to pimp slap the shit out of Broly and Omega Shenron, man. Make no mistake about that. They could die, too. But, I mean, dude, even the 7th anniversary, LR's, Cooler, Carnival, Goku, all these characters. The only unit that you pretty much take into these events and they just cannot be touched at all is Vegeta and Trunks. Vegeta and Trunks just, like, basically cannot be touched. But that's like, they're like the only character like that, right? Like, it's Vegeta and Trunks is just completely on a different level in the way they're designed. They're such a, and that, I'm telling, that stupid unit, the only chance Vegeta and Trunks have to be replaced before 8th anniversary, I think, is probably Christmas. Because Christmas is very likely to be another Carnival LR. Potentially, I could see that being the number 1 unit in the game. Christmas, right? Global and JP at the same time, and then that unit is passed next month, the month after, for 8th anniversary. I'd have no problem with that. But right now, Vegeta and Trunks, right? Like, if you start talking about, oh, this character's good, but they can get one-shotted by Broly, I mean, you're talking about virtually every unit in the game, right? Except for, like, Vegeta and Trunks, right? Like, so many characters can, you know, sort of do condition ABC, and then they could tank, right? You know, Tech Ultimate Gohan. We know how good he still is, but he needs super attack a bunch of times, right, to build up his defense. STR Goku and Gohan, they need to exchange, and then Gohan has to get hit a bunch of times, and then he could really tank, right? All these characters, right? AGL Goku, 70% chance, you know, no boss can kill him, right? But, like, all these characters have sort of conditions. I do like these two. I would say, oh, actually, let me pull this up. Let me just put this on the screen real fast. My initial thoughts, sort of like pre-using these characters, pre-doing any showcases, watching any showcases, anything like that, I feel like I would list the characters in this order right here. So Vegeta and Trunks are definitely number 1. Like, if you don't agree with that, I almost feel like that's just like, there's some sort of like bias or something like that. Like, I'm sorry, this unit is just so stupid with what they did. Like, it's crazy. Carnival, Goku, and Cooler, I think you could kind of swap them, whatever, but they're up there. 7th anniversary LRs, people are obsessed with pushing the gods above LR. I guess this is a typo. I meant to put Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, obviously. These units have the same kits, right? Like, I'm not splitting them. Like, they're the same unit, just their kits are completely identical besides 1 or 2 minor differences, right? Like, these units are tied at the hip. I don't care. And I think Cooler and Goku and Vegeta will probably come in like this. I, you know, might change this up a little bit, but I think this is probably what I like right here. If you guys are curious what would be 7, I might say LR Golden Frieza, actually. Funny enough, Goresh. Yeah, Goresh's profile pic right there. Golden Frieza. I think that's probably number 7 for me. That Golden Frieza is absolutely ridiculous. I mean, that's the thing, dude. Like, Metal Cooler's leader skill, Wicked Bloodline, 200%, right? I guess we show it right here. I mean, you have what I think is 3, 5, and 7 all getting 200% leader skills on that same team, right? Like, that's going to be nasty. Or you could run Final Form Cooler's variant of the team, and you have Golden Frieza and Cooler on a 200%. Then you could add, like, Janemba at a 200%, but Metal Cooler's only at 170. But, I mean, LR Metal Cooler, this guy's still going to be good at, like, a 170. But yeah, I am fine with these characters. Oh, one last thing I probably should, I think it was like my next tweet. Yeah, okay, is this right here too. Again, let me not add this into the video where I talk about the banner format and stuff like that, but the part 1 discounts are live right now, and we know the full kits for part 2. So one of the main criticisms people had about this new change in format was the discounts would end. Then people would see what the part 2 units are. And, oh no, you know, surprise Pikachu face. I don't know which unit to summon on. I actually wanted to summon on Metal Cooler's kit. It's exactly what I love, but the discounts ran out. Well, it didn't even happen. The discounts were up. So you can be a free-to-play player or something like that. Going into the 8th anniversary, I think the 8th anniversary will be the next one to have this format, and you can expect potentially to be able to say, like, wait to summon, right, till the last day. You'll see the part 2 units, and you could choose to still summon on part 1 with the discounts, or you could just save all your stones for part 2, go for the units you want. So now you really can just summon on these characters, right? Like, there's no difference. Remember, there's going to be discounts on part 2 as well. right? So it's like this format is a huge W, right? Discounts on all the banners rather than discounts on only 2 previously. I can go on and on and on about this, but I think this is pretty good. So we should see the data download for Metal Cooler and Goku and Vegeta tonight. Again, I think both characters are... I'm just trying to find the picture of them. I just want to put the pretty pictures of them next side by side. We'll be able to see these 2 guys, or I guess these 3 guys. Well, Cooler's kind of like a robot, alien, cyborg monster thing. We'll see them in the data download tonight. So let me know what you guys think of them. They're very good. They're top 10 units in the game. Could they have been a little bit better? Sure. But, I mean, I would say this about virtually every single unit, right, that comes out. I can have a little couple nitpicks about Carnival LR Goku, right? Final Form Cooler. There's one character I guess I can't really talk about. It's Vegeta and Trunks. But every other character, you know, I could slide some shots in. Like, yeah, they could do this or this or this or this, right? So it's like, don't all of a sudden go, oh my god, they're mid. Because these 2 are going to be tearing ass up across the game. I promise you this.